Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And today we have a pretty spicy brew, I feel like. After getting pretty much thoroughly destroyed in one of our last videos by our final boss, I decided, you know what, we're going to build a deck similar to that and see if we could destroy people with it as well. So that's what we're doing today. So real quick, before we hop into today's video, as always, I'd like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the video and the channel, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Please hit that bell icon. Check out all the cool links down in the description below, as well as, joining the Discord, super important. Also, please leave a comment down below letting us know what you think about this deck or what you want to see in a future video, and we'll do our best to get that made. With that being said, let's hop into today's deck, and we are calling it Casualties of Reality. So, again, I think it was our last video or the video before, we thoroughly got destroyed by our opponent who was playing a Golgari control deck, and they happened to have 3 copies of Cruel Reality in play, and they just thoroughly gave it to us, and yeah, it was pretty awesome and pretty humbling at the same time, if there's one way to put it. Just seeing how our entire deck was just dismantled by their deck. So that's what we're going to try to do. So again, this is a Golgari, which is black and green. It's just a control shell. No creatures, no tutors. We are just trying to draw as many cards as possible, ramp as much land into play as possible, and just play these giant spells that are going to control the board. They're going to wipe away our opponent's permanents, and they're just going to put them hopefully so far behind that they're never able to catch up from that. So real quick, let's just hop into this. We're just going to start off with the 2 ramp spells we have. We have 4 copies of Explore and 4 copies of Cultivate. Again, Explore is going to allow us to play an extra land that turn that we play it, and it replaces itself. It's a card I don't think should be in Historic, but since it is, we are going to take advantage of that. We also have 4 copies of Cultivate. Again, this lets us come back, and I do want to highlight. We actually came back and re-recorded this intro because of the fact I was super happy in the middle of our games. Cultivate, actually, the art, the cosmetic went on sale, and I wanted to highlight it because I think it's really cool. So it's just kind of a cool coincidence that we were playing this deck, and then in the middle of like game 3 or 4 after the game, the store popped up as the renewal, and we saw Cultivate, and we were like, oh, snag. We'll waste our, 15 or 1600 gold on that. Anyway, so Cultivate lets us play, or it lets us search for 2 basic land. One of those goes into play tapped, and then one of them comes back into our hand. So it does ramp us, and it gets us another land guaranteed for next turn. And then from here on out, we're just going to go into our ones and we're just going to go in order. So we have 2 copies of Erebos' Intervention. This is mainly for life gain. This is going to hit indestructible creatures. If we have a lot of land in play, this actually can kill an Ulamog because it gives -X. And when you give creatures minus, it doesn't. It gets around indestructibility, because once a creature's power and toughness, or once a creature's toughness drops to 0, it is going to actually die. In case you were not aware of that, you could deal it 10 damage and it would not die because the toughness is not actually being reduced. But if a creature's toughness is actually reduced to 0, it will die and get around that indestructibility. But this is also really good against Uro decks or maybe graveyard recursion decks. This is, we get to exile up to twice X cards from graveyards. So if our opponent is playing Uros or Croxas or Recursion, we can actually hit their graveyard, make it so they can't actually get those back in play. So I figure this would be a good inclusion because of not only the life gain, but also because of the graveyard removal. We have 4 copies of essentially one of our favorite cards, Maze Mind Tome. This is super, super powerful card. It lets us scry to fix our draws, or it lets us draw extra cards if we have the mana to use. And on top of it, it will gain us 4 life once we actually do that ability 4 times. We have 2 copies of Maelstrom Pulse. This is a removal spell. It lets us destroy a permanent and all other permanents that have the same name. So if they have 3 of one creature in play or 3 of like Mind Stone or something in play, we're going to be able to kill all 3 of them. If they're playing a token deck and they have a lot of the same type of token, you're like Scoot Swarm, you know, for instance, this is going to destroy all of the Scoot Swarms in play. We have 4 copies of Balaged Recovery. This card is great. I almost put Gaia's Blessings in this deck, but Gaia's Blessings, they reshuffled the cards back into your library, and the reason I was doing that is because recently I've been running into a lot of mill, and I wanted an answer to mill. Gaia's Blessing does answer mill, but Balaged Recovery actually gets a card back into your hand immediately. So if we need a removal spell, especially like a mass removal spell, this will just get it back into our hand immediately, and then we can cast it. But early on, this can double as a land, so we are playing 4 of those. We have 3 copies of Extinction Event. Again, mass removal, odds or evens. Sometimes this can just completely devastate our opponent. 3 copies of Languish. Again, -4/-4 to all creatures. You have life gain decks. You have goblin decks. You have just any kind of aggro deck. This really will just stumble them. They'll stumble far back. Sometimes they can't recover at all from that because they're just going all in. And then our last mass removal spell is Casualties of War. So for 6 mana, we get to destroy 1 or more. So we can destroy up to 5 things: an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a land, or a planeswalker. Sometimes this is just cast for 2 targets, like a creature and a land. Sometimes I feel like once you start hitting 3 things, you are just getting so much value out of this. It's essentially 2 mana per permanent at that point. So if you're able to get 3 or more, you're probably gonna. And then let's just talk about the other cards. We have 2 copies of Immortal Sun. Typically in a green-black control deck with Golgari, you'd want to be playing Planeswalkers like Liliana or Vraska. We're not doing that, so we're going to be turning off Planeswalkers. It's not fair that we don't get to play any, so our opponents are not going to get to play any or use them. So this turns off Planeswalkers' activated abilities. We get to draw an extra card during our draw step, and all of our spells cost 1 less to cast. It also gives our creatures +1/+1, but again, we're not playing creatures. Lithoform Engine. This card is sweet again. One of the cool cards from Zendikar Rising. 4 mana, copy a target activated or triggered ability, copy an instant or sorcery spell, or copy a permanent spell you control. So this is good for multiple reasons. If we have a bunch of mana, we can start copying Casualties of War. We can start copying Balaged to get stuff back. We can copy Maze Mind Tome, not only just the trigger, but also the spell itself, so we can have an extra copy of it. And then that takes us to our last card in the deck, Cruel Reality. So 7 mana, it's a curse. It's going to go on. It's going to target our opponent. At the beginning of that person's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker, and then if they can't, they lose 5 life. And this stays out for forever. This was kind of like a similar card to there was a Visions card. It was like Pillar Tombs of Aku or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. But with that card, it was like 4 mana, and if it triggered once, it got sacrificed. But this is going to stay in play, and it's just going to whittle them down. So if we have multiples of these down, they have to sacrifice multiple creatures or planeswalkers, or they're going to lose 5 life for each one. And then on top of that, we can copy the ability during the upkeep. So when this goes to trigger for them to sacrifice, we can trigger that with Lithoform. We can copy the trigger with Lithoform Engine, or when we're casting Cruel Reality, we can just make another copy of it and just go that way. And then to top it off, we have 24 land, 28 if you count the Balaged recoveries, and that is the deck. So we're going to try to just, like I said, value and control our opponents out and see where this takes us. So let's hop right into the gameplay. So we will see you all at the wrap up. All right. Let's see if we can triple Cruel Reality somebody like somebody else did to us in one of our last videos. Not the best draw, but not the worst draw. I don't feel like this is a horrible draw. We have ramp, we have removal, we have scrying. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad way to start. Take a look. Do we want that? Nah. Ooh, we got them elves. And we have another Dry land. Casualties of War. I think we're gonna keep that. It's one of our nice mass removal spells. We're on all odds right now, which is good. We're on all odds. We're gonna get swamp. You would just get double swamp here, to be 100% honest with you. Yeah, again, pretty happy with Casualties of War here. I hope they stick to odd casting cards. Oh, well. I have a feeling before I cast this that our opponent is going to quit. So, kind of debating on taking a different line here than just Casualties of Warring and wiping the game out. But, I mean, we came here to do those things, right? Yeah, yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. We had to draw the game out for like 20 extra seconds, right? Or the game just would have been like super, super fast. So, all right. Plus, it let us think about what we were gonna do. You know, like we weren't actually ever not going to. All right. Well, into game 2 we go. So we're gonna hydrate. Oh man, and our opponent's name right now. Power Man. This is not a great draw, but I think we have to keep it. It has potential, but we have to draw a lot of land in a row. Or a cultivate. Cultivate's pretty important. That might be our best draw after hitting a land. Well, hitting that land was good. Hitting that land was good. I don't need another one of those right now. We are going to just slam down this lithoform engine, though. Maybe not. Maybe we kill this butcher. Maelstrom Pulse? Alright, what's our deck gonna see? Yeah, let's... Oh, this is an instant? Let's just say go. If they play another drip, oh, they're not going to. All right, let's just make them sack it to draw 2 cards. Yeah, we miss out on 3 life by doing that. Oh wow, you're wrong. Infuriate? Okay, all right, you got us. Whenever this dies, create a goat token. Okay, well. 2-1. Better to ramp. So we actually gained life on that transaction, so not the end of the world. Cultivate was pretty good. We have a Maelstrom Pulse. We have a Casualties. Casualties can hit the Butcher and the Blood Crypt. Take 5 here. We're gonna go down to 11 when we Casualties. If they don't have like a red mana source here, what is this deck? We're taking a lot of damage. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think we might have to play this to get back the Erebos' intervention. We're at 6. Opponent's going to sack to, yep. I think our best draw is a land. We are going to return this. I hope they don't have another one. They don't. That's good. Okay. They didn't actually draw a land that last turn. Oh, they have one now, though. Okay, so maybe we draw another land. That'd be great. Languish is pretty good. Yeah, I don't want to take any unneeded damage here. So if we draw an untapped land, we can Immortal Sun into Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, that's fine. There we go, perfect. Do we want a Maelstrom Pulse at either one of them? No. We could potentially, with the Form Engine, our Maelstrom Pulse next turn. We're going to be pretty low. Alright, so when this dies, it deals 2 damage to target creature or a planeswalker an opponent controls. 3/3/2. Okay. Alright, so we're going to copy that. We're going to... So we're going to kill the dinosaur, because in case he has some kind of like weird mutate effect, he can't mutate onto this human. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we are going to bring back a Languish. And do we want to copy? Yeah, I think we do. We're going to bring back the intervention for the life gain. We're going to cast Languish. This is pretty good. We just have to live for a turn. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. So it's like we have 11 mana, so we can do this for 10. It's unfortunate that if he has a Village Rights here. Oh, perfect. So we are not in danger of dying for a little while. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 6. Yep, here we go. Target the player. Target this. And it's time. Face the cruel reality of the deck that you've decided to come to the table against us. I mean, they get to sack this Piper twice, essentially. They get to sack it for a goat. Alright, well, let's draw some cards. You're not gonna like that. Alright, well, we're speeding it up. Alright, well, you need 2 more creatures, my friend. Oh, man. All the cruel realities. Alright. Quadruple it up. Good game, my friend. Good game. Oh, I meant to hit the other one. I'm not used to having those 2 emotes there yet. Wow, that was sick. Alright. Edrin. Welcome to the game. Your Jace avatar. We're gonna go first. We're gonna keep this. This looks halfway decent. Oh, our little dragon buddy over here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Oh, man. He's so cute. We're just waiting for our buddy over here. Tell Edrin. Tell him to come to the game. Tell him we're ready. Tell him we're ready to play. No, over there. Over there. Over here. These flowers or anything? Nope. Come on, wizards, make this game more interactive. Oh man, you see that little wizard? There we go. We're finally here. We're finally here. I'm glad I could give you that 90 seconds of great content, right? Oh, so we are also playing against a Golgari deck. They are on Golgari Graveyard. Looks like a reanimation deck. Oh, you got us, man. You got us. You hit us for 1. Oh, we're winning. Oh, we're winning. Go get a swamp and a forest. Put a forest into play. See what they have for turn 4. Fiend Artisan. Llanowar Elf. Oh, man. Do we dare? Make your graveyard that much better. Fiend Artisan. Oh, man. You're about to hate us, my friend. Oh, man. With the scoop right at the 3-minute mark. And really, it was only 90 seconds because they took so long to get to the game. So they were literally in the game for as long as they sat there looking at their hand. So. Oh, man. Goops magoops. Oh, man. I'm trying. If anybody's watching this particular moment, so today is... I only have 2 days to push out a bunch of videos. Do we keep this? 1, 2. I don't know if we can keep this. It's not a horrible hand, though. Let's just see what happens. Ooh. Ooh. Don't like that. Oh, they didn't have the 2-drop. That's good news. Though they probably have Angel. Okay. Those are both odd. That's good news. Take a look. So don't actually want that. This is actually not a bad draw. I guess we're really going to see what they play here. We could kill this in response to them gaining life somehow. But I mean, we just have Extinction Event, right? I think we just take a card draw. I think Heliod. Okay. Doesn't really do anything. We're only going to take 3. Yeah, that's fine. Again, these are both odd, right? Yep. Make sure we click odd. Alright, Heliod's a little bit away from activating. Yeah, so I think we are going to scry here. It's pretty good. While I would love to do this into an Extinction Event to actually get rid of the Heliod, I don't think that's really going to give us the best answer. I mean, we're just going to do this now. You just wasted mana. Didn't expect the... Oh, nice. Nice. We're gonna take 1 this turn. Oh, 2, sorry, because it gets to pump. Alright, so know what? I'm fine. Let me read that. Yep. I think we're just going to take 13 this turn. But we're going to be able to get back 4 of it. Okay, so we're going to take 14. I definitely don't need another Immortal Sun. All right, well. Choose an odd. That feels pretty good there. And we get to follow up with the Casualties of War. All right, so we are at 3. I mean, yeah, we're going to keep that. We get to do even now? Oh, man. Kind of brutal. Kind of brutal. Oh, Soul Warden. Oh, Lithoform Engine, pretty good. Oh man, that was a good game. And that just shows you, how you can use your graveyard, how you can use your as a resource, how you can use your life as a resource. Yeah, really, really good game. I enjoyed that one. Well, that was fun because right as we came after out of that last game, we actually the stores reset for the day, and Cultivate was on sale, so we actually got to buy the Cultivate cosmetic and add it into our deck for this game. So I hope we draw it. All right, we're going first. Not bad. We have a curve. And I could never not see an animal nose when I see this board. It's just always an animal nose. All right, let's do some scrying. I think it's a little too early to be seeing one of those. Wait, hold on. What colors are you playing? Mardu. Oh, wrong land. We probably want to get to an Erebos' intervention as quickly as possible. Discard Imperial Rights. Immortal Sun, no. Much as I would love to have that, we're not. Okay. Okay. Like I said, as much as we would love to have that. Just double check. Yep. Definitely have put 2 legendary artifacts at the bottom. I wonder if this is the dragon combo. Galta. Galta next turn is kind of bad, but we can let it happen. They can't just kill us. Another Stitcher Supplier. They might be trying to hit mana. They have one. No. Well, kind of do want to do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We don't want them to get any extra value off that. If they're gonna return a Galta, it's not the end of the world. Can't slam this right now. And next turn. I mean, they get to unbarrel rights it now, so that's fine. I think they're trying to hit the Scholar. I think they might be playing Scholar in their deck. Seven, 2. We have 1 odd and 1 even. If they have another reanimation spell, we might be losing. Okay, so I think we're good now. I mean, they have to get us for 22 in 1 turn. That's fine. I'm trying to utilize these Maze Mind Tomes to the fullest. You know, I want them to actually be able to draw some cards. Yeah, there we go, Tam. Damn Posla. Good game, good game. Yeah, wow. This deck is killing it right now. And we got to cast our Cultivate that last game. And it was all pretty and everything. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep this. We're gonna have to make a decision on Mariner. Hello. We're gonna have to make a decision on turn. And we'll just get rid of that. Oh, okay, well we're good then. We're good. You make us discard. We draw a card that lets us draw out of it. Oh, we actually get to explore as well. Fine. Let's go ahead and see what we draw here. Yeah, I think we don't need the language right now.
Address me as Queen of the Dead, please.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Really want to hit. If we hit an untapped land here, that's huge.
I have no interest in fighting.
No, an untapped land. Come on, deck. One time, please. Please. Yes. Now go.
We're doing things my way.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like that Nighthawk's going away. Well, this was pretty good. Planeswalker, land, and a creature. That might be game. Take 5. Take 10. And take another 10. Good game. Good game, Mariner. Wow. Wow, 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 this deck. Thank you for not conceding, by the way. This has been a very, very fast round of games. I mean, we're already on the final boss. And it's crazy to think that this idea spawned from seeing in our last video. It was either 1 or 2 videos ago where we just got triple cruel reality'd. So and you know what? We had 4 cruel realities in play, and we're only playing 3. Right, looks like our opponent does get to go first for the final boss. They have what looks like is this Tamio? And I bet they're playing goblins. I bet they're playing goblins. Why? Because it makes no sense to have a Johnny avatar, Tamio sleeves. Let's assume they're playing goblins. We're going to keep this. No, it's not. It's not goblins. All right, I was wrong. Oh, this might be vampires. Oh, vampires. Or mono white. Is this a knight? Soldiers and knights. White weenie aggro. Wow. So we're going to play this as a land this turn, just in case we don't draw another land, and this lets us cast Languish next turn. Okay. We're taking 9. We are at 9. And we drew a land. Well, let's reset your board over there. They did not have a follow-up play to that? Holy moly. Are there any... I was about to say, are there any instant creatures? Like there are. Holy smokes. Alright, so if we destroy this and this, didn't we literally just put one of those on the bottom? So this would be a 2 and a 1. God, this is risky. And enchantment creature. This is a 1. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. I mean, if they have another raise the alarm, we die. We're at 1 right now. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go scry in here. Really want to see a Languish or a Balaged. Not what we want. Good for next turn. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get 6 off of this. Please sack it. Please sack it and not understand this interaction. Thank you. and the countdown begins. They're gonna sack the knight. They're gonna get +1. Oh no, it's only knights. We can get 4 life here. Pretty good. Land and a creature. All right, well. That Cruel Reality is like former WWE superstar Ryback, feed me more. And creature. All right, the countdown begins. Oh my gosh. This is a crazy game. Gotta play creature to stay alive. Gotta play a creature to stay alive. This is for all the marbles right here. Creature, land. Oh, with nothing in play, the ultimate win. Yes. Oh my gosh. They had nothing. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That felt amazing. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the wrap up. And this deck is so much fun. This deck is, I mean, this deck is a beast. I was hoping to, of course, just get a winning record, but we crushed it. We went 7-0, and you saw some games where we just dominated our opponent. You saw some games where we were on, we were on the edge of our seat, so to speak, because we were not sure if we were going to live. And then you saw some games where we, I would say masterfully actually used all of our resources to the fullest potential, including our life resource, in order to just navigate. And we were actually, calm the whole time, knowing that we were letting them essentially play into the trap. They've activated our trap card, what a Yu-Gi-Oh player would say. But yeah, we let them just play into what we were trying to do. It worked really well. We got to see games where we copied Cruel Reality, and there was one game where we had 4 Cruel Realities in play, and that is ridiculous, and it's fun, and it's awesome. We had games where we were just copying the Cruel Reality's ability just to speed the game up. And then, we had games where Extinction Event just destroyed our opponent. We had games where Languishes were good. And then we had games where Erebos Intervention gained us enough life to stay alive. And then that last game, I think, was probably one of the best games I've played in a while. The fact that, yes, we went down to 1 life against Mono White. We were able to come back up with Erebos' intervention to gain, 6 or 7 life. And then we ended the game. They had literally no permanents in play, including land. No creatures, because of the Casualties of War, drawing multiples of those, and the Cruel Realities just eating away their creatures. So this deck, again, is super, super fun. It's a little expensive to build when it comes to wild cards. Just, a quick look here. We have 7 mythics in the deck. So with 7 mythics, you have, it is really hard to get mythics. Some of these you might have, but only the Lithoforms engines are standard legal when it comes to mythics. So the other mythics are something you're probably gonna have to craft. You may not have been playing whenever Rivals of Ixalan was out, or you may or may not have gotten any Cruel Realities. We actually had to craft 2 of these Cruel Realities because we only opened 1 out of like 200 and something packs of Amonkhet Remastered. So that is worth mentioning. So we also have 10, 12, 16, 18 rare wild cards. And that is without the land. So with the land, you have 30 rare wild cards. So it is kind of expensive, but again, I'm not going to count the land. So we're just going to go down and say 18 rare wild cards and 7 mythic wild cards. Pretty expensive for a deck. But as you saw the games, this deck took control pretty easily in most games and was able to just run with it and just take it home. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this deck, please hit that subscribe button. If you are not yet subscribed, would love for you to check out all the links down below, whether it be the Patreon or what I feel like is more important, the Discord. Love interacting. We get new people every day and growing this great community. I love it. And then also, please hit the like button. It's great interacting with the channel. It helps grow the channel just by doing simple things like that. And then please let me know down in the comments what you want to see in a future video, what you thought about this deck, and please let me know that you made it to the end of the video. I always love that. And if you do, please help engage the community, because again, anything you can do supports the channel. So with that being said, I have to try to get so many videos recorded. I'm literally getting married at the end of the week on Saturday, and so I'm going to be gone for 5 or 6 days. So I'm trying to get videos recorded so I have some content there while I'm off honeymooning. So all right, with that being said, please stay safe, everybody, and we will see you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.